Hello, Darren here, the Creative Minimalist, www.thecreativeminimalist.com. How are you all feeling? This is just a little mid-June update to where I am, what I'm doing, and basically I'm just wondering where things are gone. Things appear to be going missing. Like, for instance, how comes we're already in the middle of June? I'm already here. There's only, look, half of it's gone and I don't seem to have done anything. But not just that. Not just the fact that we seem to have lost most of June for some strange reason, but also where in the UK has the summer gone? we haven't had any summer. Summer's just not turned up. It's gone missing. I don't know what it's like where other places in the world, but in the UK we appear not to have summer. So we've mislaid summer. We've mislaid June, and on top of all that, the voice, seems to have mislaid the creative muse. Well, I did for the last week or so. For some reason, I had lots of things that I wanted to do, lots of things that I wanted to create, but just couldn't get around to doing it. So, what did I do? I recharged, I suppose. I also sorted a few things out, and I also got rid. Here's an important minimalist thing. I got rid of some of the things that were holding me down, weren't bringing me joy when I looked at them or thought about them. So they were all those sort of negative things that were draining a bit of energy. So I managed to sort those out, move those away, and I shall get around to some of that, I suppose, in a minute. I'm still I'm still doing my morning writing, but again, when I got blocked creatively, I found that quite difficult as well. So everything was sort of being quite oppressive, and it was linked with the weather as well. The weather was being quite oppressive in the UK. We had storms, darkness, thunder, plague. No, there was no plague, there was no famine, there was no rivers of blood or anything like that. But everything just seemed to be getting down. So went back to basics, and planner basics. Did you catch that? Planner basics. I went back to basics. Actually, I need to sort out I need to organise my planner organiser, because it's got out of organisation. So I shall do that, and I shall then do a flip through on there. But I've been trying to get Planarchy up and running. That was one of the main things I wanted to do. Let's close that so it doesn't spring over. It's nice and chunky as a planner. One of the things I wanted to do from, if you remember, I did my moon planning, new moon ritual planning thing using the Planarchy stickers, which are now available. They are available on the Etsy store. And part of that was to make sure that I blog regularly and do the Planarchy stuff. So Planarchy has been on my mind. And I have been getting it going. I have been doing bits and pieces for it. But it was just very oppressive, and like I say, June seems to have disappeared. But one of the things I had a whole lot of journal bits and pieces that I just find that I can be creative and let off a little bit of steam. I don't have to worry about stuff, and I've stopped doing journal pages and things, but I need to get back into them. So I've sorted out all my bits and pieces. I know where things are now, and one of the things that I'm going to do today, as part, or not as part of this video, but after this video, is to work on a page and relax a little bit, because it's so easy to get worked up and anxious over things that you think you should be doing but you're not doing. And it's so easy to then just let that build up. So I'm gonna cut it and play in the journal. Do a little bit of journal playing. Just wanted to create a few things. I think I got this from this quote, this silence. I just like the idea of silence and sitting back and letting, being open to a little bit of creative input and things. I've got one of my Planarchy stickers I'm gonna put in there. But what I'll do is I'm not going to stick these in yet, because these bits are gonna be stuck on top, because I want to do some writing behind. So just some journal thoughts pouring out, bits and pieces on there in my little journal, the iconic essay journal, which I really like. I'm just going to pour down some thoughts on there around this quote of silence, and then we'll do some stuff on top, and I shall show you again, or I shall show you later in a later video what I've done. This is just simple tea. I've got a tea dye thing. It's homemade, just a tea bag and water, just cold, which I use. Makes a nice old looking thing. And on this side is the old Tim Holtz. What's the stuff? I've got it to hand. Let's see, I'm that organised. The Distress Collage medium. So that's on that side, and it's ordinary tea on that side. I was just trying out, just playing with the two, and then, but like I say, I'm going to write over the top. So that depends on what pen I will use. But I'm just going to pour out some thoughts on there, and then, like I say, cover over with a few things, and I might even paint over what I've written, depending on what I've done. But like I say, that's all part of trying to get back into the creative. Give the creative muse a little nudge by doing something that's unplanned, so that I can get back onto the blog planning, the videos, the Planarchy content, because it's full moon review. I'm supposed to have everything going. All my processes should be organised by tomorrow's full moon review. We shall see. But in the meantime, I'm going to play in the journal, and I'm going to organise my organiser a little bit more, and hopefully by the end of June, which is not too far off, things will be a little more sorted and organised. So that's a bit of a haphazard mid-June update, but just to say that the creative muse has not been here, but I think it's just waiting at the door and just needs to be let in. So, and just to tell you not to worry if you're finding things harder going. Perhaps it's something universal going on at this time. You're not the only one if you're struggling. Anyway, in the meantime, have fun journaling and planning, and do it all your way, because journaling your way is the only way that will work for you, and that is the Planarchy way. Planning anarchy. That's what we want. I shall see you soon. So stay safe and well. Bye.